Welcome back to the Roachworks channel, everyone. It's a new day. It's actually new evening. But we're down here working on the wagon. I left off Donnie's car running. That thing's gonna be hitting the dyno next week. We are super stoked for that. Take you guys along. Go down and see our boy Eric at AGN and get that car right. It's running good. I got it up to 3,000 RPM, held it there for a few minutes. It is good to go. Some more on that later this week, but right now, I am working on this wagon. We're gonna be building this new bar for our traction bars. As you guys know, the EFs have these radius arms that come up. They're like a traction bar and go across and go back. It supports the front of the engine as well. Well, I had to get rid of that in order to fit everything. And then the AC compressor is in the way of the factory when it comes out. It wants to sit like right in here. So what we're gonna do, I cut these plates. We're gonna weld this bar on here, and then we're gonna notch that bar, weld it in right across the front of the engine here to another bar that drops down right there. I'm gonna leave them a little long for right now, for the simple fact, I don't know exactly where I want it. It looks kind of funny having things sit so low, but I think I'm gonna level it up with the oil pan. We'll put a nice lip on this thing. You'll never even see it there. That's gonna act as my new traction arm bar and my front mount. I've got everything sitting right where I want it. I'm gonna take you guys along with it in a time lapse and go ahead and knock all this out. I'm super excited. It's gonna be my first time really kind of notching the bars, welding them all the way around, feeling better with the welding as it is. We'd had a coach come in, I learned a lot. Let's dive into it. Hopefully y'all enjoyed that. I'm gonna get ready to call it a night. I smashed my hand earlier. I actually punched the wagon, and my pinky's killing me. It's all swollen up, but I did get that guy all welded up. I got one little booger right there. I could have fixed it, but hey, everything else on these is pretty dang nice. That's gonna work good. I'm probably gonna cut it right about there on both sides, cap it, and then that will be good. It's gonna go there. I'll make some little tabs off of it. They'll triangulate down to this, I believe, and then my traction bar will go basically straight through there. That's for tomorrow. Like I said, it's like, I don't even know, 2:15 in the morning, 2:13. So it is time to get out of here, and I'll catch you guys in the morning. What you think, Donnie?
Oh, I'm hungry.
You're hungry?
I'm hungry.
Oh, Donnie's hungry, y'all. He's getting ready to go to Chipotle to get us some lunch. I was gonna have a chimichanga, but I'm gonna eat some Chipotle with him. Make sure these babies are tight first. We're making sure all the brakes are tight, and then he is going to crack the brake leaders on this before he goes and gets some lunch. And then I'm gonna watch the brakes on it, make sure that they do what they're supposed to here. We're gonna bleed brakes, get the clutch working, and then I won't have no throttle yet, but I can just clutch first gear, let the clutch out, and it'll move under its own power. And I'm over here making some homemade traction bars. My goodness, y'all. Yeah, I kind of messed up. I didn't mess up, but I messed up. I should have put this through dowel at more of an angle, and then it would have lined up here. But I just drilled my hole straight through my bar versus drilling it at an angle. And so then I had to do this little adapter guy. But that's okay, I'm gonna do that there, and then I'm gonna go just get some lead sticks. I'm gonna cap the end of this, and I'm gonna melt lead down into there, and then I'll cap the end of it here. That'll be pretty tough. This is seamless bar, or seamless tube, I guess is what it would be. So it is very tough, and it's super thick wall. That's some thick stuff there. I'm sure it's gonna hold for what I'm doing for now. I'm eventually gonna change everything. I think I'm gonna try to put an EG cradle in underneath this, homemade style, and then adapt it to back in here, because they kind of bolt in like here-ish. So I might go through my floor, put some bolts in there, do that, and then rebuild this whole front traction bar. but I kept that angle, keep it triangulated. I'm gonna come in, knock this one out real quick, blast my hole through there. Donnie brought me down the GoPro 10. I'm just so excited. The 8 just, it ain't there, I'm telling you. And yeah, let's finish this up, drop that bar, finish welding everything, hopefully set the wagon back on the ground, and maybe, just maybe, get my shift cables in today. Boom. I don't love it, I don't hate it. I need to chop the end off that one, clean those up if I decide to keep this. I was gonna run these threads down and then weld another washer and then put a nut on, but I was like, you know what? I can't drop this without that, and I can't drop these without dropping this. So I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna weld the faces to it, and then it's all good. And then I just undo these bolts, undo those bolts, and then just slide it off. I don't know if I'm gonna keep this long-term or temporary, so it'll work for now. Tomorrow's another work week. That's the wrap to my weekend. Let's dive into Monday and see how it goes. I don't know what I did to piss Butch off, but man, he just over here breaking stuff on this car. Let me tell ya.
Well, she's from 1980 and she just is all snappy.
Welcome back to a new day down here, everyone. Butch is getting this useless pile of crap out of the front of this Regal. And then he's gonna work on getting this set down there and getting some mounts built up and kind of doing their thing. We're gonna try to get a little headway on this one, get it kind of looking a little better than what it is, get that engine set. I'm gonna tinker with the floor a little bit. We're gonna do a few things, and then I'm also working on Kenny's. Gonna get the 2 side skirts on. I got my clips. This thing should be good. We got the Type R all finished up. That trans job went good. We got the S2000 trans job done. It all went good. That's it for now, guys. We're cruising through these. We got an S10 in, Turbo LS S10. That thing's gonna be fun. Got to do build a trans tunnel for it. We got that. A few little things. Let's dive into destroying this Regal. I go and buy the wife new seats, and then I freaking dirty them up and make her clean them as soon as we get them. What in the Hannah, guys? I'm telling you. Look at these things. Them are dope. Yeah, all the sparkles, baby. Them are going in the old wagon down yonder. We're gonna paint that thing up. Can't even tell. Look at that. Woo! Them seats are sweet. Huge shout out to yeah, the homeboy that sold us those. Good deal. He was rad as hell. He had some super clean builds. Y'all have seen this car several times. Y'all know the deal on it. It's Paco's. We've had a few little things. We've done a radiator fan. We've done, oh, I don't know, all sorts of little stuff to this car. But today, we're putting an engine in this thing. He was ripping her yesterday, and he gone down, put a big old hole in the block. It's gonna be hard to see from up here, but it's right down in there. Yep, right by the oil filter there. Bam, big old hole. I got Butch on his way. Go get a K24A from JDM Dallas. We're gonna keep them guys in business, I tell you. We just been getting engines and transmissions and all sorts of good stuff from them. So Butch is gonna be working on that. We're working on trying to get Kenny wrapped up. This thing's got a wedding in like 3 days that it's got to get to. Whew. Yeah, so we're really trying to get it wrapped up. And then Butch, as you guys seen, is trying to fit this LT in the Regal. Always something. Just like that, we got the axles out. This thing's going pretty freaking good. Everything was really tight. As you seen, I beat the dog out of them lower ball joints, but sometimes that's just how you gotta get them. They're out, axles are out. I'm literally getting ready to unbolt turbo kit, downpipe, drain radiator, all the fluids. I bet it's just water. No, it's actually blue coolant. So we'll save that, catch that in a pan, get it saved, get a few things knocked off this. Like I said, boost pipes, exhaust, get this engine pulled out. Hopefully I can get it out by the time Butch gets here. And then when he gets here, we'll literally unload that engine, made it up to this transmission, get it back in the car. I'm hoping for like a 5-hour turnaround here, but we'll see how it goes. Let's dive back into some more action. No other place do I know where you can wake up in the morning, go pick up a JDM engine, and be back with it within 2 hours. Dallas, baby. Good old Texas, the only place to be. Butch went and grabbed this morning. K24A, 3-lobe, the good stuff. We're gonna get that bad baby slapped into this EG right here. As you've seen, the wife and I are just cruising right along. Axles are out. She's getting boost pipes taken off. I'm getting fluids all drained out, coolants, things like that. Y'all go get yourself a lady like this. Look at this. Putting in actual hard work. Not posing with tools, using the tools. Let's get this engine out of there.
Standing there.
Yeah. Wrench on a charge pipe. And she's going to get her nails done on Sunday too. Would you look at that? There it is, there it is. Let's get this engine out. Let's get it in Paco's car. It's go time. Butch is getting the cherry picker hooked up here. We're gonna get this mount and that mount release of pressure. Pull the bolts, pull the back one. I already got the rear bolt all the way out. We've got everything on the bottom side pulled, axles, all that good stuff. She's ready to come out. Wife, as I was saying before my battery interrupted me, wife's killing it over here. She's figured she'd stay out of our way on that side. Get this one stripped down for us so we can go ahead and get all the good stuff put back on it. We're gonna have a bunch of leftover bolts, thank goodness. That means the bolts bucket, every time we buy one, gets a few more. Super excited. Butch and I are gonna get this whipped out real quick. Let's see how it goes. Doggy, that one came out. She was a little tight in there, but bam, she came right out. This thing's got a manual gearbox trans on it. It's one of the good ones.
Oh yeah, this is the rear one. It's like
yeah, the reverse is no. Yep.
And there is no reverse. It's weird.
Yep. Super weird. There's that hole I was trying to show you guys. There she be. It blew out all this corner here.
It blew the girdle apart.
Yep. Everything.
Dang.
That seems to be the common spot on them here lately, especially the ones without the Type S pump.
Yep, number one.
Yep. So we're going to get all the goodies pulled off this. Turbo kit, exhaust manifold, intake manifold, mounts, oil lines, coolers, whatever we got to get pulled off this, we'll get it pulled off. We'll get the tranny pulled. Then we will get everything switched over to that other engine, get that other engine in the car. Shoot, we might be eating pizza and washing our hands by the time this one's done. Let's see how it goes.
Oh,
yep.
The wrist pin made it into the water housing.
That's good there.
So yeah, she exploded. There's the, you can see the piston.
Absolutely, you can. Chilling in there.
But hopefully though, that means the head's okay if it's down at the bottom.
Yep, dang straight. Hopefully it was on downstroke. She just let go. We've been seeing that number one let go on almost everyone that's let go. That number one, baby. Yep, she's shiny. Golly. I think about intake's all that's really left on this one, and then we're gonna start switching parts over. I'm helping Rochelle get a little parts list together for a job that we're working on, and then I'm gonna help Butch get this engine back in this car. We're down to the last few final pieces on this engine here. I believe it is some coolant temp sensor or some oil pressure sensor stuff for like the feed and whatnot. He's got that little oil deal there. And other than that, I think we've about got everything we need off that engine over to this engine. I do not know. Yes, we got to pull the oil cooler off of that one. Oh, that's literally what Butch is doing right now. Okay, I thought he was doing. So we got to get the oil cooler off. We're gonna switch that over. We got to plug or unplug one of the holes in this engine. I think unplug it and then put the barb in or whatever it is. And then this K24 will be ready to go with the oil cooler. And then the only thing left really is the pan. We got to figure out if we're tapping or switching pans. We got to pull that one and look at it. But we've got intake on. We've got all the USDM water jacket stuff on. Starter, this water jacket here. Clutch is all on, tightened down, all good to go. The clutch actually looked halfway decent on this thing. So that thing in there is about ready to go back in the car. Let's finish up these last little parts we got to get on it and start stabbing that thing in. What'd you just say, honey?
That's a lot of block.
Yeah. Woo!
She done exploded.
That's what happens when y'all have fun with these dang stock engines. They let go. This ain't the worst anybody's seen. It's not the worst we've seen, but it's right up there with it. I mean, it blowed up. It blowed up for sure. Hopefully the head's savable. If not, throw this one in the trash. Go get another one. That thing's officially tore down. We don't really need anything else off of it. Maybe, hopefully, doubtfully, 100% doubtfully the crank's good, but hey, maybe, hopefully. A few little things we can steal off of it. Lots of nuts and bolts that are left good on this thing. Front timing chain cover looks to be good. Yep, crank pulley, all the cam gears, all the head stuff is all good that way. The valves are bad, who cares? We can use all the valve train out of it. It is a true dual lobe, so that's a good head there. People like them 24 heads. Let's go ahead and get this dang other engine put together and get it in the car. What you say, Butch?
Yep.
Yep.
Get her done.
Get her done. Next time you guys see us, we'll have an engine in that engine bay there. Look at that. We said next time you seen us, we'd have an engine in the car. Slid her right in. Didn't go too bad. A little tight. Everything's just a little shifted, but it went pretty smooth. I think it took, no BS, 10 minutes to put it in there. So now a bunch of button up. I'm gonna do all the bottom sides, start getting axles, all that put in, shift cables. The bottom side of things, get the wheels put on, and then I'll hop to the top side with Butch. We'll knock out all that stuff. I think the biggest thing we really have to do now is the oil pan, but no big deal because this engine truly hasn't had any oil in it for probably quite some time. So it'll make doing that pan pretty easy. Hopefully we catch you guys ripping this thing around now. Man, whoever knew there was so many dang settings to these GoPros. It is just crazy. I was just here trying to record and I looked like I was in a dang bubble. Had the dang fish lens whole thing going on. It was weird. Anyways, whew, did that look a little better, y'all? Butch dropped this pan. He's getting ready to drop that pan. Getting ready to put that pan on. We're gonna poopy goopy it up, clean it up. That all looks pretty good. He wasn't lying, that pump looks pretty dang good shape. That pump compared to this pump. Yep. We'll take that one. We're gonna put the pan up, button this thing up, fill it with fluids, hopefully go drive it. Hopefully.
Yeah, a little bit of oil on it too.
Yeah, a little bit. All right, y'all, she's back on the ground, full of fluids. We just put oil in it, put coolant in it, trans fluids in it, wheels are back on it. This car's ready to go. Let's give it its first fire up and see what it does.
Now we're good. This is bleeding on the hammer.
single aftermarket gauge and this works. Wideband stuck at 14.7. Boost, don't read nothing. Coolant temp, pegged out. Oil pressure, non-existent. Man, he'd just be beating on this thing, let me tell you. At least we got an old tack and hopefully a speedo. Gas gauge works. This thing's running good. Fired right up, nice and healthy. I love it. Let's go rip this thing a little bit.
Look at that.
She's gonna be a good girl, let me tell you. Like 40 pounds oil pressure at idle, 80 pounds under throttle, so she's making oil pressure. Everything else seems good. Yeah.
Goes Paco rolling out. Hell yeah. Another happy customer done, out of the way, and gone. Motor swap, 24 hours.
It's Wednesday and a clean floor makes for a fun work environment. Look how dirty that floor was. Butch and I put in some work, and Rochelle yesterday. Today I'm going to be tidying up the side skirts on this NSX. I got this one started yesterday. I got some fiberglass work to do. This car is going home tomorrow. Butch is going to do a compression test for me real quick on a Prelude, and then work on this Regal until a Miata shows up for a transmission job. And hopefully he shows up early enough that we can do this today, so it doesn't take into the banana tomorrow. And then I am going to probably work on the wagon again, or Lee's EM1 here. I gotta go get some organization totes. We're gonna tote some things up, get kind of a little better organized around here, maybe get some shelves up, things like that. But let's dive into the day and see how it goes. Not good.
No.
That's a lot of oil on them threads. Let me grab a... Man, I don't know if y'all just seen that, but the wife's doing that compression test on this Prelude, and that spark plug was super loose. Let's see if the next one's as loose. Yep. Not a bad thing, just not a great thing. If they get too loose, the compression will come by them. You'll be 1, low on compression, and 2, you can pull the threads out of the head, strip it right out, and then you're helicoiling and you're on to bigger problems there. Oh man.
That one's even worse.
That one's actually on the plug. That might be a ring issue. That might not be a we fix it issue. Because I am not rebuilding an H series. For all y'all out there that love these engines, hey, y'all can love them. I love them. I just don't rebuild them. I'll do a head gasket on it. I'll do timing belt on it. I'll do all that type of stuff. That one ain't too bad. Still got a little oil. But rebuilding I'd rebuild an A series. It's just finding parts for these things and making sure they get done right. It's not like a B or a K at this day and age, or a D series. Just the H series. They're a bugger. It's like the F series. Bugger. Yes, sir.
Okay.
Not bad. Let's throw a compression tester in there and see how it goes. We all missed the fun part. I actually did help do the compression test on this thing. It was like 120, 90, 90, 80. Not good. Not good. It took 18 cranks, literally 18, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 18 of them to get to 90 pounds of compression on the number 3 cylinder. Not looking good. I'm not even gonna dive into this thing no more. It needs an engine rebuild. We can damn near confirm that. It does not make a valve rattle noise, so no, it does not need a valve adjustment in my opinion. If they were that loose, it would be rattling like a rattlesnake, and it's not. It's actually a pretty smooth running car. It just smokes a ton and a little bit down on power. So that's where we're at. That thing's going back together. Butch is getting that head tore down, and we're getting this NSX worked on. It's a great Wednesday around here. Look what the cat just drug in. We got a big wing Miata up in here. This one's clutch went out on us. Well, not on us, went out on the customer. Butch is getting really good at these Miata transmissions. I mean, they basically, he looks at them and then they fall out.
Yeah.
Yep. They come right out on him. So he's gonna knock this one out for me. What a nice guy. And he's also working on getting this Regal engine all set. This one's slow and steady here. I got Kenny's side skirts kind of all mocked up on this. Now I gotta go in and start doing some fiberglass work to fill those in, and then sand them back, get them all kind of looking right. We got the wife up here working. Ooh, she got us some lunch. Did they really only bring one fry?
I ordered an extra fry because I felt like they were going to forget these fries, so I'm planning to get some money back.
Man, every time we order, we don't get our dang fries. But I'm gonna get Kenny wrapped up here. We're gonna be driving that out to his wedding venue for him tomorrow. Throw you on a time lapse, watch Butchels get this trans knocked out, this clutch job here. And then that'll be a wrap to our week. We'll start the week off next week with the Blue Beast. So let's dive into it. Like a beast. Butch just got that one out. That's pretty quick and painless. This thing's gross. It's nasty. It's got all the leaks. He was just playing around up in there with the old pilot or throw out. It's
Stick all the way in there.
she makes all the noise.
There's like, yeah, something else.
Shattering, rattling. Yeah. So good thing we got all new stuff for this one. Flywheel, clutch, pilot throw out, rear main, the whole ordeal. But that works out good. We'll pull the flywheel off, press that rear main out, tap the new one in. I'm over here getting Kenny all fixed up so everything is getting molded. These skirts don't fit well, and I don't have time to build tabs and bracketry and all sorts of stuff. So I bolted them in and kitty hairing, fiberglassing, all of it in. I'm gonna leave where the seal goes, figure out exactly where it goes, go around it, do the whole fronts. These will get cleaned up later on once we really figure out what we got going on with this. But that'll make it to the wedding. Let's hope everything goes well with this transmission job.
Part of the spring.
All sorts of things just falling apart on that bad boy, huh?
Yeah, she straight up just fell out. She got whoa.
Oh man, baby, hollowed.
Yep. Good thing we got a new flywheel.
Yeah, no kidding, right? No kidding. What's behind the disc? Just a missing spring.
Yep.
Yep.
Blew apart.
Oh, she just broke into all the pieces. So when her spring let go, or if pilot bearing let go, and then clutch let go, be all the above. We're just gonna pop that bad boy off there.
Yeah.
Get everything switched out.
I don't know if it's supposed to do that.
Probably
I guess
not.
that spring, yeah, never mind. It's because that spring's out there.
Oh yeah. Dang-a-lang. Well, this one knocked out in no time.
How's it supposed to feel?
That was quick, huh, y'all? Now, the long part of it. Nah, it ain't too long. Butch is gonna slap that thing all back together real quick. It slid in, all the dowels lined up, everything went good. We got the rear main replaced, pilot bearing, throw out bearing, clutch, pressure plate, everything all new there. All good to go. This little Miata is gonna be a ripper once again. Woo, that's like 2 24-hour turnaround jobs. Well, this one's like a few hour job here. A couple hours, knock that one out. I'm over here making these up, getting that all kind of made and shaped. That's all good around the back. This side's all good as well. We'll let those dry, do just a little quick sanding on them. And this car's ready to go to the wedding. I'm gonna go home because I haven't said nothing, but I broke my pinky here about a week ago. Been working every day on it, and today I got her good. So I'm getting ready to wrap it up. Butch is gonna finish that job up. We'll catch you guys in the morning.
All right, guys. Taylor and Rochelle about to drive the NSX home. Go on her first real maiden voyage. Get her up to some highway speeds. See what she does. We got the side skirts all fit up.
Yeah, no AC.
Nope.
Get that charged. Later, Gator.
Peace out. There she goes. That's a good looking car. So that is going to be taken to the wedding venue tomorrow. So she's gotten the maiden voyage tonight. Our house is like 20-25 minutes. So we take it to our house tonight and then drive it back in the morning and then go to the venue tomorrow after. Oh, sorry, hold on. Anyways, and then go to the venue after that. So it'll have probably hour and a half of driving before it gets to the wedding tomorrow. So some good testing.
Good morning. We made it back. Temps are good. Don't mind the oil pressure. It needs a sensor. That works. That works. That works. That works. Everything works. All the lights go off on the dash other than the EPS one, as we were saying, that dang electric power steering. Heater works this morning. It's a little chilly out there. I'm gonna move this car back outside now so we can get that Miata out. Once that thing's out, we're gonna take it for a drive around the complex, make sure the clutch is good. If it's, ooh, a little hoarse there this morning. If it's good, that one's going home. Catch you guys in a minute. right, that's it for this week. We got a little rattle to figure out. It might just be an exhaust shield. It might just be something like that. But this little Miata is good to go. Came in for a clutch job. Shifts through all the gears. Goes in reverse. Everything's good there. Hope you guys enjoyed this week's video. We will catch you next week with a whole bunch of action.